Alright, so once again, it is Devin, the Realtor on the beautiful Island of Maui. So what I'm going to be talking about today is the 15 things to consider when joining a real estate brokerage. Alright, so when talking about this subject and joining a brokerage, it's totally up to you and what your decision is and what's going to be best for you and your family, right? When I've actually talked to real estate agents or people who are looking to join EXP, I've actually gotten to the nitty-gritty about what it is that they're looking to gain out of EXP and what it is that they really need, right? So I've actually referred people some over to Keller Williams versus EXP because I didn't think it was a right fit for them in their need. That is something that you really need to take into consideration when you're joining a brokerage. For me personally, I decided to join EXP because it was the best thing for me, because I've been in the real estate marketing space for about 3 years and I really understood the model and the whole e-learning side of things with EXP. So with that being said, you guys, that is just my input on joining a brokerage, but these are the 15 things that you need to consider when joining a brokerage. So the first things first is going to be a commission split. So at EXP, we have a commission split of 80 and 20%. So for me, that just made a lot of sense to me because of the split with the brokerage. We get 80% and the brokerage gets 20. The second thing to consider is internet presence. Internet presence is huge in this time, in this day and age. You need to have an internet presence on there or else nobody knows who you are or what you do. So the third thing is the fees, right? You need to know what the fees are like when you're joining a brokerage. For me, I only pay $85 a month at my brokerage for the things that I need with my brokerage. So fees are also important as well, you guys. So you need to take into consideration the fees that are associated with you being a licensed realtor with a certain brokerage. So for me, I decided to join EXP because it was only $85 a month to be a part of the brokerage. That is super cheap for all the value that is given at this brokerage. So number 4 would be the brokerage size as well. EXP is one of the fastest growing brokerages out there. So for me, it just made sense to join this company because of the value that we actually provide to our agents and to the community and to just other people in EXP as well. Number 5 is facilities. So this one doesn't really apply to us at EXP because there's not a lot of facilities that we can actually go to. Most of it is a virtual brokerage office. So that is something to take into consideration, being that it is virtual. If you need personal interaction and touch or actual physical training, I would highly recommend going to another brokerage because of that aspect of EXP being a virtual brokerage. So as you know, real estate is all about location, location, location. And for me, it wasn't that way because of the brokerage that we have and the virtual world that is available to us, right? So if I have a computer, I am pretty much set up in my location of the brokerage office, wherever I need to be, wherever I'm at in the world. So number 7 would be training, right? So you really need to take into consideration how much training is involved in your brokerage and what they actually offer, right? So there's more than enough training at EXP to go around. You have countless hours of education on EXP world. If you are a e-learner and you love to learn on the internet or you can learn through the computer, I would highly recommend at least entertaining the thought of EXP. But if that is not the case, there are other programs or other brokerages that you can join that do offer hands-on training for you as a new real estate agent. Me, fortunately, I've actually have a lot of mentors and a lot of people who I can call and seek out for help and advice. That has actually really helped me move the needle forward in my business. Number 8 would be the mentor program. So this is one of the biggest things to take into consideration when you're thinking about joining a brokerage, because as a new agent or an experienced agent or wherever you're at in your real estate career, it is very, very important to have a mentor or someone who can guide you and answer any questions that you have as you are going through your real estate career, because there is always going to be things that you're going to learn in this business. When it comes to real estate, you will always be learning, and I promise you that you will be learning throughout your whole time as a real estate professional. So number 9 would be management support. Number 10 would be administrative support, and then number 11 would be culture. For me, culture is definitely one of the biggest things to take into consideration as well, because if you do not like the people or you do not like the environment that you're in, it's going to be really hard and very stressful to work in that environment. So culture is a number 1 thing that I look for when I'm joining anything, any group, any club or anything like that. Culture is the number 1 thing that I look for personally, because you will most likely stay around for the culture at the end of the day if everything hits the fan, because you love the people and you love the environment. So number 12 would be specialties. Number 13 would be the brokerage reputation, and number 14 is referrals and leads. So this is one thing that a lot of real estate agents do not take into consideration, and it drives me bonkers because you cannot rely on another individual for your business success. You must be able to turn on the spigot at any point in time when you want business generated for your real estate business. You cannot rely on other people for your success, right? So what I would highly recommend you doing is when you are looking into brokerages, look at what they can offer you you and what they do offer, but at the end of the day, you're supposed to take it into your own hands to generate your own business. Nothing is going to be handed to you on a silver platter. Me working with real estate agents in the marketing space for a very long time, I've actually been able to realize that a lot of real estate agents want everything on a silver platter, and that's just not the case. You have to go out there and grind and hustle to actually get these deals closed. There is so much that goes into it. So referrals and leads are only one thing to look into when you're looking to join a brokerage, but I would highly recommend learning the skills. Facebook ads, YouTube ads, Google ads, TikTok ads, whatever it is that you're looking to get into, you must master that skill as a real estate professional. The reason being is because you are the individual that is going to make your business thrive or sink. So you must take that into consideration when looking to join a brokerage. And you know, referrals and leads are cool and all, but at the end of the day, it comes down to you and what you're able to do for your business. You cannot rely on someone else. This is probably the biggest point that I want to touch on when it comes to joining a brokerage. So with that being said, you guys, that is number 14. Number 15 would be to join a team. I mean, this is pretty simple and self-explanatory. Joining a team, there is power in number. There is a significant amount of help when you are in a team. There's just a lot of benefits to being a part of a team. So these are the 15 things to consider when joining a real estate brokerage. So if you guys are interested in joining EXP, just reach out to me, let me know. We have a team. We have tons of resources for growing your business. All these things that I've talked about inside of these 15 things to consider, we offer them at EXP. So like I said, I only want you to join a brokerage that's going to make sense for you and your family. If you come and you look at the business model of EXP and you don't think it is something that will benefit your family, I would encourage you and actually advise you to go elsewhere and look into other brokerages that you are interested in. At the end of the day, it comes down to you and your business and your style of business, right? So if you are not the individual who is okay with learning, e-learning, and you need hands-on, I would highly recommend something else for you if that's the case. But with that being said, you guys, this is Devin, the Realtor here on the beautiful Island of Maui. God bless and aloha.